How many people have seen a pool table? Most of us have, but how many people actually know how to play pool? Hi, I'm Nate, and today I'm going to be going over how to shoot pool. There are many types of games in pool, but it's a simple and fun activity. Today I'm going to be discussing the basic dimensions of a pool table. I'm going to be going over 3 games, 8-ball, 9-ball, and cutthroat, and then finally I'll be wrapping up with English. Not English speaking, but English/side spin, which is actually how to make the cue ball move in different directions and do what you want. Alright, first we're going to start with dimensions. You have 2 types of pool table dimensions. You have your 9 foot by 4.5 foot, and you have your 8 foot by 4 foot. Most standard bar tables, which are the most commonly used, are going to be 9 foot long by 4.5 foot wide. You also have the bed, which you're playing bed, and that's going to be slate, which is a type of stone, or wood when it's a cheap pool table. Your slate is usually in 3 separate pieces, and then you line it with grout and smooth it out so you don't have lines in your table. The bed of the table is covered by felt. There are many different kinds, but your standard is green, and the quality is actually going to affect how fast the pool balls will actually run on the felt. You have 6 pockets, 4 corner pockets and 2 side pockets. Those are usually on good tables made out of leather. On your more standard barroom tables, they'll usually just be plastic. There are diamonds inlaid on the rails itself. Your side rails, which are 2-piece with a center pocket, will have 7 diamonds, with the middle of the side pocket being your middle diamond, your 7th one usually, and then you'll have 3 on your end rails. The diamonds are used in aiding side shots, trick shots, as basically just a way to split the table in different geometric dimensions. With that covered, now I'm going to go into 8-ball. When playing 8-ball, you have 15 object balls and a cue ball. You're going to have 7 striped, and you're going to have 7 solid with a shared 8-ball, which is a solid color. And the point of the game is to shoot in all of your balls and then make the 8-ball before your opponent does the same. You have to call your shots. If you want to make the 1 ball in the side pocket, you actually have to say 1 ball in the side pocket. When you rack, it's a triangular rack with the 1 ball being in front and the 8-ball being in the middle, and then it alternates solid stripe, solid stripe, solid stripe. You want to make sure that the 1 ball is matched up on the spot, which is in the middle of the table, and it matches up with the 2nd diamond. You want to make sure that it sits right on that spot, and then you're going to break out of the kitchen, which is on the opposite end of the table, a line going through the table denoted by your 2nd diamond as well on that end. You break. If you make a ball, you continue. If not, your opponent goes. Fouls are going to change from game to game and place to place, but your most common foul is going to be a scratch, and that's when you hit the cue ball into the pocket. When a scratch occurs, the person gets to put the cue ball anywhere behind the kitchen and then shoot. With that covered, I'm going to go into 9-ball. 9-ball or money ball is more difficult. It's also more fun. The object is to sync and ascending numerical order all the balls. You don't have to call your shots. You have 1 cue ball and then 1 through 9. When you rack, it's in a diamond form with the 1 ball being in the front and then running numerical order with the 9 ball in the middle. Upon break, if the person makes the ball, he continues to shoot. If not, the opponent does. You just always have to go numerical order. So if the 1 ball is on the table, you have to strike the 1 first. If not, it's a foul. Another foul is like the common one, sinking the cue ball, scratching. And when that happens, your opponent gets ball in hand, which they can pick the cue ball up and place it anywhere on the table. The point of the game is to make the 9-ball first. And at any point, you can hit the object ball, whatever ball's up. So if the 2 balls on the table and that's what you have to shoot first, you can hit the cue ball. You can hit the 2 ball into the 9-ball, and if the 9-ball sinks, you win the game. With that covered, I'm going to be going into cutthroat. Cutthroat is a 3-person game. It's 15 balls altogether. They're broken up in 1 through 5, 6 through 10, and 11 through 15. When you break, if you make a ball, you continue to shoot. Once you make another ball, then you can choose, I want to be 6 through 10. If you foul on cutthroat, you actually pull 2 of your opponent's balls out if they've been sunk. And the whole point of the game is to make your opponent's balls before they make yours. Now I'm going to be going over English. The thing to know about English is it takes a lot of experience. The basics are, if you take a cue ball and then draw a line through horizontally in your mind, if you hit it right on that line, it's going to stop the ball. When it hits an object ball, it's actually going to stop. If you hit above that line, it's going to follow it down the table. If you hit it below the line, it's going to hit a ball and then it's going to drop back. And then you can do side spin. That's where you actually strike on the right hand side of the cue and it's going to cause it to careen left, or the left hand side of the cue and it's going to cause it to careen right. Experience, experience, experience again. One of the most difficult shots in pool is actually jumping it, and that's when you come down and you hit the cue high and hard. It's going to cause it to jump off the table and strike the object ball. The reason you have to be careful with that is if you don't know what you're doing and you try to do it, you can either break your cue or you can miss totally and then you'll rip the felt. That's a very expensive process. In conclusion, I covered the basic overlays of a pool table. I covered the game of 8-ball, the game of 9-ball, and the game of cutthroat, and then I went over the use of English. Pool's a fun game to play. It takes a lot of experience, but once you get it down, it's something that you can go just about anywhere and play. All right, thank you for your time.